Hikaru, you kept on analyzing that endgame with Wesley. It was quite interesting. But were you in trouble? And did some feature time enough thoughts get into your mind? Famous bishop against knight, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think I won something similar against Anish last year, actually, bishop against knight. I guess there were rooks on the board. But, no, I mean, I think I thought it was actually drawing quite easily, but then, then when we started analyzing, it's still probably drawing, but it's not just dead, whereas during the game I thought it was just simply dead on the spot. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't... Perhaps, I mean, it was a little bit risky, but I think the main issue is that, I mean, I just used way too much time early on in the game, and then I didn't make the right decisions. Specifically, I didn't play bishop e6 and b5. I mean, I don't know if it's good or not, but I think at the very least I probably could have had a position where I wasn't on the wrong side of equal. I think I was always holding position roughly, but I was definitely, I mean, it was easier to play for white, and white probably, if anyone, had an advantage, whereas I think if I had done something else, it would have been a lot simpler. So, you know, I'm not happy with the way I used my time in this game. I mean, just not really adjusting to the time control, because the same thing happened in the first round as well. But still, I think I've had 3 very interesting games so far, and obviously there are many more to go. And I mean, I guess Magnus has won 2, but everyone else has drawn. So a long way to go, and everyone's bunched up. So I'm just gonna look forward to the rest day, and then play Magnus the next day.
Right. Yeah. Seems to be a fly joining the interview.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you spent a lot of time. To what extent were you surprised by Wesley's idea in the opening, g4, king e2? It seemed very attractive to the fans and very sharp.
Yeah, I mean, again, I felt that I used way too much time. I mean, I knew this knight d7 was the correct move.
Let me just remove that. That's fly.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I knew this was all correct. I think I played king e2, and I had already wasted half an hour, and without any increment, it's very tough. But I thought really everything I did felt correct up until I played bishop f5 and b5, because I think when I played this bishop f5 and b5, Wesley found this really nice move, queen c3, which I'm not sure if it actually changed anything, but I thought that I was just completely even. And after queen c3, I was left in a tough spot, because I felt like during the game, if I had maybe an hour on my clock, I at least would have considered this long line with queen c3, rook c3, knight c4, b3, rook d2, king e1, rook a2, bc4, b4, rook d3, and a5 or rook b8. But then, I only had 20 minutes, and it looks very promising. But the more I thought about it, and I couldn't see anything concrete, I was a little bit worried that I might just be losing. And so that's why I chose not to do that. And then when I didn't do that, it was slightly worse. But fortunately, the position was stable enough that there weren't any real issues until possibly the bishop versus knight. But again, even if there were issues there, it was very easy to play, and there weren't many ideas for either side. So I think I don't think it was ever that dangerous.
Okay, final question is about tomorrow, the rest day. You guys are actually going to cook. My assessment is that Levon and you might be the most comfortable in a kitchen. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, actually, I already had a discussion about this with my second, Chris Littlejohn. Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to predict it, I would guess Levon probably cooked when he was living in Berlin when he was slightly younger. I've been on my own for a fair amount too, so I do some cooking as well. I think beyond that, someone's probably going to surprise us, but I mean, who really knows? I mean, what it's going to be. At any rate, I do think if it was just straight up where we were just cooking with no help at all, I think probably either Levon or myself would win. But I suspect there's going to have to be some help, or else I want to say more than half the players are going to be pretty much laughed off the stage by the judges.
Awesome. Yeah, we're definitely going to check it out. And
it should be interesting.
Yeah, and we will definitely do a report on that as well. Thank you very much.
Sure. Welcome.